The G20 is an informal and intergovernmental forum for international cooperation between the world's major 20 largest economies. It includes 19 countries plus the European Union. The G20 members represent around 85% of global GDP, over 75% of global trade, and about 2/3 of the world population. The names of the 20 countries of the G20 are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States and European Union. The G20 was established in 1999 in response to the Asian financial crisis. It was initially a meeting of finance ministers and central bank governors, but it was elevated to the leader level in 2008 in response to the global financial crisis. The G20 meets annually to discuss a wide range of economic and financial issues, including trade, investment, development, and climate change. It also plays a role in coordinating global economic responses to crises. To the listener, if you like this article, please subscribe, like and share to your friends and family members. Thank you. The venue for the summit was at renovated Bharat Mandapam International at Exhibition Convention Center, IECC, in Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. The government of India had also tightened security in New Delhi and had banned the sale of alcohol and firecrackers in the city during the summit. The G20 summit recently concluded in New Delhi, India on September 9 and 10, 2023. The summit was hosted by India for the first time, and was themed, One Earth, One Family, One Future. The summit was attended by leaders from the 20 largest economies in the world, as well as representatives from international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Bank. The leaders discussed a wide range of global issues, including the war in Ukraine, climate change, food security, and economic recovery. One of the most significant outcomes of the summit was the agreement to make the African Union, AU, a permanent member of the G20. This is a major step towards giving the Global South a greater voice in the global economy. The war in Ukraine has disrupted global food production and supply chains, leading to a sharp rise in food prices. The G20 leaders pledged to work together to increase food production, to ensure that food is available to all, and to mitigate the impact of rising food prices on the most vulnerable people. The commitment to take action on climate change. The G20 leaders acknowledged that climate change is a major threat to the global economy and to people's livelihoods. They agreed to work towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions and to investing in clean energy. The G20 summit was a success in terms of achieving consensus on a number of important global issues. The summit also highlighted the importance of cooperation between the world's major economies in addressing the challenges of the 21st century. The leaders agreed to work together to promote inclusive growth and sustainable development. They committed to strengthening the global health architecture and to ensuring equitable access to vaccines and other essential health commodities. The global economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The need to strengthen the global health architecture. The importance of promoting digital innovation. They also agreed to promote digital innovation and to use technology to improve the lives of people around the world. The G20 summit was a significant event that has the potential to shape the global agenda for years to come. The outcomes of the summit will be closely watched by governments, businesses, and civil society organizations around the world. The rise of inequality and the need to promote inclusive growth. The threat of terrorism and other forms of instability. Role of PM Modi in the summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi played a key role in the G20 summit, which was held in New Delhi, India on September 9 and 10, 2023. He was the first Indian Prime Minister to host the summit. PM Modi played a leading role in the discussions on the war in Ukraine and its impact on the global economy. He called for an immediate ceasefire and a negotiated settlement to the conflict. He also stressed the importance of ensuring food security for all, especially in the developing world. PM Modi also played a key role in the discussions on climate change. He called for urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to invest in clean energy. He also stressed the importance of adaptation measures to help communities cope with the impacts of climate change. In addition to these key issues, PM Modi also held bilateral meetings with a number of world leaders, including US President Joe Biden, Chinese Premier Li Qiang, who was deputing for Xi Jinping, and Russian Foreign Minister, Mr. Sergei Lavrov in place of President Vladimir Putin. He also met with leaders from the African Union and other developing countries. PM Modi's role in the G20 summit was widely praised by world leaders and commentators. He was seen as a strong and effective leader who was able to bridge the divides between different countries and find common ground on some of the world's most pressing issues. Here are some specific examples of PM Modi's role in the summit. He played a key role in securing the agreement to make the African Union, AU, a permanent member of the G20. He was instrumental in getting the G20 leaders to agree to take steps to address the food security crisis caused by the war in Ukraine. He worked with other leaders to secure an agreement to increase climate finance for developing countries. He held a number of bilateral meetings with world leaders, including the US President, Chinese Premier and the Russian Foreign Minister. PM Modi's role in the G20 summit was a significant one. He helped to shape the agenda of the summit and to secure some important agreements. He also played a key role in promoting India's interests on the global stage. Ultimately, the G20 summit was a significant event that has the potential to shape the global agenda for years to come. The outcomes of the summit will be closely watched by governments, businesses, and civil society organizations around the world. To the listener, if you like this article, please subscribe, like and share to your friends and family members. Thank you.